Ryan Garcia was able to get the upset win against Devin Haney, and in the build-up of this fight, everyone was talking about how Ryan Garcia had lost a plot and had gone crazy. But was this Ryan Garcia's plan from the start? Now, before this fight was made, everyone knew of Ryan Garcia for being the cringy boxer, the TikTok boxer, people like to call him that. Everyone who was a boxing fan knew that Ryan Garcia was a good boxer. Even with the loss to Gervonta Davis, he's still a very solid boxer. But then going into this Devin Haney fight, it was the complete opposite. He was saying very wild things, saying that he got took to, I think it was Bohemian Grove it's called, and, he was tied to a tree or something and made to watch certain activities, which I can't really go on about on YouTube. But, very horrible things. He was putting out Instagram stories acting as though he'd been, killed, when really that wasn't the case. His family had to come out and say, he's safe. And then, saying that he's been drinking every night. Even when he went on the scales, he obviously turned in 3 pounds overweight, and that isn't a professional look. When someone's done that, it kind of shows that, they haven't really been, I'm not going to say motivated, but they haven't really been dedicated or committed, you could say, in order to make the weight for the fight. And then I feel like everyone had the fair reasoning of saying that Devin Haney was going to win this fight. Devin Haney, a very good boxing mind, a very solid jab, a very solid fighter, a decent resume with the likes of Lomachenko, Linares on his record. And, Garcia going into this fight was just seeming to be a screw loose, you could say. And I feel like everyone had the right to predict Devin Haney to win this. But Ryan Garcia was able to pull off the upset win. And I just want to know whether it was a plan all along to act all crazy and to make people believe that he had lost his mind. Because once the fight had finished, Ryan Garcia said in a post-fight interview, do you guys actually believe I'd be that crazy? And so everyone's thinking, it was an act and all this. But he also said he was drinking beers every single night in the build-up to this fight. So it kind of contradicted it. If this was an act, behind the scenes, why would you actually be drinking beers? And before anyone says, that's just him keeping up the act. But if he's admitted that it's an act, why would he need to keep it up by saying something like that? That's what I don't really understand. You wouldn't be saying, this is an act, and then tell everyone it's an act, and then, but then try to continue the act when everyone knows it's an act. It's something to play up to. It wouldn't really make any sense to me at all. Now, why would he even do this act? Everyone would obviously, he'll be the underdog. And it's actually came out about he's apparently made a 2 million bet and won 12 million by betting on himself to win. Now, this could be vital to why this was a plan all along. If he made himself seem crazy, didn't look like he worked hard enough for this fight, the bookies are going to have him as an underdog. I think they would have had, even if Ryan Garcia came into this and didn't act all crazy, I think he would have been an underdog anyways. But his antics going into this fight may have played a massive part into why he would have been a bigger underdog. And, that would have helped him to win more money. Because in boxing, I think you are allowed to bet on yourself to win. As long as it's not like, you get dropped in the first round, something like that. Because obviously that can be staged. Whereas you winning is all down to your own ability on whether you can actually win the fight. And again, he was able to win reportedly $12 million from this, which is a big amount of money. And he was able to do that. Now, this makes me wonder whether that was the whole plan to begin with, to be able to win more money. Or whether this was actually, he actually did lose his head, but he was still able to train and all this. And behind the scenes, maybe it wasn't as bad. But again, it's just all crazy to me because if he was able to do this, then it's an absolute genius move from his part. Now, the fight itself, again, everyone was kind of expecting Devin Haney to win this. I've heard a few people say that Ryan Garcia wasn't an underdog. I don't know why they think that at all. It's okay saying it now that he's won, but let's be honest, he was the underdog. All the bookies had him as an underdog. Most people were really counting him out because of how he was acting, again, with his antics that ties into. But, straight away, Ryan Garcia landed that left hook, and it felt like it set the tone for the rest of the fight. Because Devin Haney, he was able to recover. It just rocked him, but it rocked him quite bad in the first round. And Devin Haney, in the second round, recovered and was able to get his jab going, that beautiful jab that he has, that great boxing mind that he has. He was able to take on the next few rounds coasting by with the jab, a lot of clinching, which was very frustrating to watch, if I'm being honest with you. And then I think it was in round 7 where Ryan Garcia was able to hurt Devin Haney really, really bad. I can't remember if he dropped him twice in this round. I think it was just the once. But even so, he was able to hurt Devin Haney really, really bad. To which Devin Haney just was clinging on to life. I don't know why the ref allowed Devin Haney to just keep clinching on, because that's exactly what he kept on doing. And after that, Devin Haney couldn't really get much about him. Yeah, I think he was able to win a round or two after that, but nothing major like he was at the start of the fight. And Ryan Garcia was able to hit him again and again. And throughout this entire fight, it felt like every single time Ryan Garcia landed, it really did affect Devin Haney. Whereas when Devin Haney was landing, it didn't really have much of an effect on Ryan Garcia at all. And then Ryan Garcia was able to get the decision win against Devin Haney. But what do you guys think? Do you think Ryan Garcia had this mastermind plan from the start, or do you think otherwise? Let me know in the comments. If you have enjoyed this video, maybe consider leaving a like and maybe consider subscribing to the channel where we talk about more MMA and boxing. Thank you for watching the video.